Hannah. I'm 24 years old. My role at Hepatitis SA is positive speaker. They contact me to go out to different unis or even just different groups of people. I've only done about 6 or 7 talks so far. My first talk was very, very bad, but I've gotten a lot better now. Now I can almost do it without looking at the paper, just off the top of my head. I'm a mother of a 1-year-old. His name's Jordan, and I'm studying a diploma of counselling online, and then once that's done, then I shall be I'd like to go to uni and study psychology and become a psychologist later on down the track. Yeah. It affects my life obviously because I'm diagnosed with it and have been for about, I think, 8 years now, good 8 years. And also growing up, my mum works in women's health statewide, and so I've been very aware of like hepatitis and HIV and safe sex and drugs and partying and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I kind of don't let it sort of affect my life, really. It's sort of just in the background for me, yeah. Luckily, I had a really good support team. My mum supports me with everything. It's ridiculous sometimes. Yeah, I had a boyfriend at that point of time as well, and I told him about it, and he supported me. I didn't get any grief there. So I guess I wasn't really scared when I got diagnosed. I wasn't too worried because I kind of knew what was happening and knew that it wouldn't really change me as a person. I'm still the same Hannah that always was. Yeah, so I guess I was just more like, okay, let's do this, let's handle it. I didn't really freak out or anything like that. Well, I told a few of my closest friends. I have one friend, her name's Raquel. I've known her since I was in year 6 at primary school. And no joke, every single event, anything to do with anything, she was there supporting me. And my parents as well, so I didn't have any problem sort of telling her because she kind of knew, and I explained what it was and what it meant. So she was really understanding. With anything it brought, my mum and I sounds a bit weird, but we sort of had something the same, but not really, because we're different genotypes as well. So it was kind of good because she got me to go do the training to do public speaking, and that's why I'm doing this today, because of her. She got me involved in it. And if anything, I guess it's just made me a little bit wiser, having more knowledge about sort of what should be common knowledge, but most people don't know about it. So I feel, yeah, a bit smarter and prepared, I guess, and when my son gets older, I can teach him the same and explain to him everything that I know. So yeah, no, it doesn't have too much of an effect at the moment, unless I was to get sick. Touch wood, that doesn't happen, but yeah, it's fine. Well, I had an experience when I was pregnant. I had a really bad pregnancy. I was sick from the beginning all the way to the end, morning sickness every single day. It was horrible, and kidney problems. But I was in the emergency room one time, and the nurse had just given me some painkillers. I was lying there starting to feel a bit better, and she just asked, oh, is there anything else I need to know about? And I just stated, oh, I've got Hep C, I don't know if you need to know that or not. And then she just blatantly said, oh, how'd you get that? And at first, in that situation, I was a bit, I was sort of like deer in the headlights. I didn't know what to do. I was like, I don't know, and that's just how I answered. And then afterwards, I sort of felt like she was treating me like I was just some dumb drug user that I didn't know what she was talking about, didn't know how she got it, you know, just stuff like that. And in my mind, like after the painkillers started wearing off, I started to get real upset and sort of frustrated at myself because I didn't say, look, that's got nothing to do with why I'm here right now. There's no reason for you to even know, and I'm sure that I know more about it than you probably do. Like, it was just, yes, it gets very upsetting when that happens, and it also happens with like a lot of people my age that I hang around with, because lots of them can be quite ignorant and just think you can, you know, catch something from sharing a drink or sitting on a toilet seat or something like that. It doesn't change the situation right now or what I'm like living at the moment, what happened however long ago. Because I don't even know, like, it doesn't matter, but I don't even know how I contracted it. There's, you know, all these what ifs. I mean, I've got a tattoo that was done, like my friend was practicing tattooing, and he just came around my house and gave me a tattoo and coloured it in. But that was after I was diagnosed, so, and same with all my piercings and everything like that, so it's really hard to pinpoint, but in the bigger picture it doesn't really matter. It's how I handle it that matters. It's the big thing is just discrimination, just like a group of friends just having a conversation, one person can say something insensitive, like I've had it heaps growing up with my friends. I'll be like, oh no, I'm not going to kiss her, I'll get AIDS or something stupid like that, and to any normal person they just laugh and go, oh yeah, but I get like really upset about it, and it's just small things like that. I think people need to understand if you don't know about it, then don't talk about it type thing. Like, you know, don't talk about brain surgery if you're not a brain surgeon. Like, it doesn't compute with me. Well, I try to think about it as if most people out there don't have the upbringing that I had in that sort of healthcare sector, knowing all those sorts of things. So I was kind of like I was half prepared for it. So a lot of people out there that just have no idea. So the best advice would be to just learn as much as you can, and just to know that you're not alone. There's other people out there that are going through the exact same thing, and there's people that you can ring and talk to, and to not keep it to yourself, I guess, would be the main thing. You need at least one person you can trust enough to tell, to just sort of, I don't know, get the weight off your shoulders. Because I always felt like I was sort of, I don't know, if I was just hanging out with friends that didn't know, I couldn't just sit there and hang out in the moment, because I was thinking in my head, oh, you know, like treating myself like a different person, which is, now that I'm older, I can see that that doesn't help at all. It doesn't change the situation. Lots of people, like when I've done talks before, people will say, oh, you know, why don't you go on treatments for like your son? And I just think, well, I don't want him, I know that he's young now and he won't remember, but still it would be basically a whole year of me not being me being a horrible person, and I don't want him like growing up, like especially the age that he is now, is very like a sponge taking everything in. Just the other day I growled at something and I just made an angry face, and ever since then he's picked it up, and so he'll scrunch his little eyebrows up at me, and I just think, oh no, what have I done? He's copied me. It's really hard. I really don't know what to do, because I mean my mum never did anything about it, and I think she's needing to get a liver transplant soon or something like that done. And when I did training, there was someone else there who had a liver transplant, and he said it was, you know, horrible experience, very painful. And I thought, great, but eat healthy, don't drink, try and keep my liver healthy and get checked regularly. Yeah, I'm fine, going good, I'm happy. That's all that's important to me, I guess. Being happy, and it makes my child happy. It's a circle, it just goes back and forth.